So, we are at the midpoint of the season and Moto GP is on much-needed summer break. There were lots of moments, huge hits and misses throughout, and for this, we are here with winners and losers of the season so far. I will start with drivers first, and for constructors, I will come up with another video. At first, I will pick losers of the season and at last we will head towards winners. For this, I am going to pick one each for the winners and loser. So, yeah, let's get on with the video. This may sound harsh, but looking as of now, the obvious loser has to be Pecco Bagnaia. Despite having 3 wins and 4 poles, does that question even exist? Really? Let's be real. We should not be prisoners of the moment. No, we should not. Looking at the overall picture, it's been a catastrophic situation for Bagnaia. Don't get me wrong, but inconsistency is highly costing Pecco. 4 crashes in 11 rounds. I mean, this is just ludicrous. Catalan GP was not his mistake, but for other 3, there's no excuse. Consistency is the key to winning anything. Look how Mir won 2020 championship. It's the pure consistency from Mir. So yeah, Pecco was the championship favorites and quite rightly so. This Ducati is the strongest bike on the grid. Even 2021 Ducati is better than Yamaha and Aprilia. That's how good Ducatis are. But as you know, he is massive 66 points off in the championship. With 9 rounds to go, it is already looking uphill task. We may see him winning again, but when the bike is not good enough for winning, Pecco needs to collect podiums and as much points as possible to fight for this championship. That's the only way forward for him. If not, the situation is already precarious. So the obvious loser of the season as of now has to be Pecco Bagnaia. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I would be choosing one each for winners and losers, but I am having hard to figure in this case. Simply, honestly speaking, it's so close between Quartararo and Alexis Espargaro. I cannot figure out huge differences between them because these 2 have been the outstanding drivers as of now. But I have to choose one. So, yeah, just by fraction. By the scale of millions to 1, it's Fabio Quartararo. But I will draw a picture why Alexis Espargaro is mentioned alongside Quartararo at the end of video. But at first, let's talk about Quartararo. I mean, what can we say about this guy? The world champion is the slam dunk winner of the season as of now. I think this is the thought of many Moto GP fans alongside myself. It's been domination in masterclass so far from Quartararo. He was kind of running away with championship until TT Yasin, but his mistake and recovery drive from Alex means the championship is still on. Before heading into his performance this season, I would like to recall something that is pertinent to this case. Remember 2019, his rookie season. He went head-to-head with Marc Marquez in some races and gave Marquez a big run for his money. That was Marc Marquez at his absolute prime. Also, Quartararo took magical 6 poles in 2019 too. That's even more than Marc Marquez. So, yeah, this was building since 2019. All the hard work and disastrous fall in 2020 has made Quartararo what he really is now, and we are seeing the result. As I mentioned earlier, this has been the masterclass of ride from Quartararo. There's no 2 ways about this. Absolutely not. The fact is, this 2022 Yamaha is not as fast as the Ducati or even Aprilia in some case. But what Quartararo has been able to do with bike is just ridiculous. He is overriding this Yamaha to the absolute limit and extracting maximum that the bike can offer on every track. It's Marc Marquez's style of riding. It's not bike. It's the riding of Quartararo that is making all the differences. He is quintillion points ahead of other Yamaha riders, which is 147 points ahead of his factory teammate Franco Morbidelli and 162 points ahead of Binder and Divisionso. I mean, what is this? How do you define this? Autocratic, totalitarian. He has been class apart from others. This is Marc Marquez's style of riding. Always overriding the bike to the absolute limits. And to be ahead of Ducati's Pecco Bagnaia by 66 points where Ducati is the best bike on the grid. It's absolutely ridiculous from the world champion. Here's one truth for sure. If 2022 Yamaha was as good as that of 2021, this championship would have been over by now. I am 100% sure on this. So yeah, winners of the season as of now, Fabio Fabulous Quartararo. Now, as promised, let's talk about Alexis Espargaro. What can we say about this man? Are there any adjectives to define what he is doing in that bike? Aprilia has been the biggest gainer of the season. There's no 2 ways about this. I think it's the driving of Alex that is making this bike that wonderful. He is just 21 points off in the championship. Also, That recovery drive in Dutch TT was insane, to be honest. That last lap double overtake, what can you say about that? Pure class from Alex. In addition to this, he is also miles ahead of his teammate in standings like Quartararo. He is massive 89 points ahead of Maverick Vinales, who himself is more than decent driver. That shows how good he is. He is qualifying well, and with that consistently bagging podiums and collecting as much points as possible. That mistake in Catalan GP was bizarre, but his overall drive in other 10 GPs has been outstanding. So yeah, he is extracting maximum from Aprilia, and the best of the rest after Quartararo. So yeah, Alex Espargaro is hanging into Quartararo as the second best, but Pecco has been the loser of the season as of now. So, what do you guys think about this case study? Who do you think are the winners and losers of the season as of now? Please let me know in comment section and do pass an opinion about this video. And at last, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.